Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. I'm a little bit tired right now, and there are two distinct kinds of feeling tired, I think. Or at least every feeling of tired that is, like, body exhaustion fits in one of these two categories, right? Unless it's, like, medically induced exhaustion, in which case that's, like, something else entirely, right? But so basically, the two states of body exhaustion, just for clarity, because you can be mentally exhausted and you can be exhausted because of circumstances, right? You can be emotionally exhausted. We're not talking about anything like that. I mean physical tiredness, which, I mean, can also be caused by other things, but that's a little deeper and into the weeds than I would like to go into for a World of Horror episode. So we're gonna keep things simple, and what I mean by that is sleep tired. Okay, that's the kind of tired that we're categorizing today. Okay, it's Moriko, Ohio. Good morning. There is a Lethal Company later today, but for sleep tired, there are two kinds of categories that I think all sleep tired tires into, okay? One of them is sleep deprivation, where you haven't gone to sleep yet, and you're tired because you haven't gone to sleep. And then the other version of this is... let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. The Towering Eye. Medical history, the Towering Eye. Okay, we take those. The other kind of being tired is the kind that I suffer every day, which is when you wake up. When you wake up, you are tired being awake. Now, I've been awake for a few hours. I woke up really early today. I think I woke up at like 6:30. Which is a little bit earlier than I normally wake up. But, like, how do I put it? I didn't do the WoH last night. I normally record it. Like, I normally record the WoH before I take a nap. And then I take my nap, and then I do what I need to do in my life. And then I take another nap, and then it's time to play video games until I need to record the WoH again. But I was just really tired last night. I just went to bed, not immediately, but like pretty quick. And I woke up at 6:30, and I was like, oh god, I don't feel very well. Thank god I got some frozen food from the last time I ordered groceries, because I really don't feel like cooking. But there is some tired where it's just like, when you wake up, for the next, like, few hours, or, like, for the next, like, several hours, you're just exhausted. And I think that's probably why people drink coffee, right? Now, you could probably boil this down to charisma and dexterity, but ultimately, there's also a light source there, too. And seconds. Ugh. Charisma, dexterity, light source, seconds, final boss. I don't think charisma or dexterity is happening, but we can at least make the light source happen. I think the thing that you could boil it down to is not getting enough sleep, which is so true and so real. Because I know, like, there's so many people that I know who drink, like, all of the coffee in the world, you know? Now, I don't drink coffee, but, you know, I kinda understand why people do. Because it's a lot, you know, when you wake up. I wish I didn't wake up at 6:30 today. But, you know, sometimes you just wake up at 6:30 today. And then you realize, oh yeah, I didn't do the WoH last night, so we better do the WoH now. And it's gonna be out a little bit late. Eto ble. That's okay. I'm glad that I don't normally have to wake up at 6:30. I'm really glad I don't normally have to wake up at 6:30, because 6:30 a.m. is not a fun time to wake up, at least in my opinion. Mainly because I go to sleep, not too long in the past. No, that is an unhinged sentence. That is, I mean, technically, when you wake up, you fell asleep in the past, but that is not something... Oh, God. Listen, you get when I am sleep deprived and I haven't gone to sleep yet, you experience a kind of gaming that is like ascendant. But when I am tired because I woke up in the last like 8 hours, when I woke up in the last 5 hours, that's also sounds ridiculous to say. It's a different kind of tired. It's a different kind of waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and sweat my rust. So true, bestie. So effing true. Me and Witness Curse Rutsu. I'm never gonna reroll this again. Just throw this into the goddamn abyss. Give me the EXP. We go up to 25 EXP. Give me the fund. Listen, if I just kept talking about World of Horror, I could rant about this game in my sleep. I probably mumble about this game in my sleep. So, you know, I could just focus on doing WoH, like just commenting on the World of Horror run that we're doing for the rest of the episode. This sucks, by the way. This is abysmal. This is horrible. What the hell is this? So I will, at least for now, we'll try to do an anecdote later in the video after the average watch time goes up, so that if I do like an embarrassing anecdote, only like a few select will hear it. What the hell? This is horrible. So we need to get all of our business done in one town, but it's like, do we even want to do that? Like, we have a weapon, so I don't know if I want to do it, like, immediately, you know what I mean? Do we open with Fear Festival? That's horrible. We also need to get our knowledge up, because what the hell? Residential Recluse? Like, we have Dexterity and Charisma. I'm gonna be leveling, my ass is gonna be leveling Knowledge. Or we could just save Ghostly Spear for it. Yeah, we could just save Ghostly Spear for it. What if we just used Ghostly Spear now? What if we opened with Recluse Ghostly Spear? Let me cook. What on earth is he doing? He cannot, but what the hell is he doing? What is blood cooking? Chat, we're rolling. I wish I was playing Nunu and Willip right now. That would, being able to just press Q to eat the enemy and execute them because they're a PvE minion, dealing 1200 true damage. That's more health than anything in this game has. You know, you just max Q. You just get them with the Q. You chomp them. You get that execute. You get that true damage. Me and Delirium Rutsu. So true, bestie. So effing true. You do that, and then you full heal your stamina. It sounds absolutely fantastic. And while you're running around, you get random events where Nunu and Willip cheer each other up to get plus sanity. Oh. Listen, I know they're overpowered characters, and Panstash said he was gonna nerf them, but, you know, it is what it is. We gotta enjoy them while they last. And also, when you build full knowledge to do the maximum amount of magic damage, their ult goes kind of hard, unless you get feared by Nocturne. Oh god. I'll check them later. Give me a goddamn panic attack. We're gonna use minus max stamina anyways. Who cares? It's me and Stuffed Toy Rutsu. So cool, bestie. That's such a cool thing. Whatchamacallit? I was thinking about that thing again, where it's like, because with Little Goody Two Shoes, right? Like, Elise just makes plans where she'll basically be like, okay, I made plans with Freya, with Leb, and Rosen. Holy shit. Michael Rosen? Hell yeah, sister. I would make plans with Michael Rosen too if I could. But, and Rosen Marine. Rosmarine. And, she'll make plans with all three of them, but she can only hang out with one. And so it's like, you could just, like, decline, you know, at least, like, you could just decline to hang out with somebody. You could just be like, oh, sorry, I don't want to hang out today. Or, this is incredible. This is new tech that has never before been considered. No one has ever thought of this in the history of Dota. You could, and this is true, like, I know it's a romantic date, as the game puts it, but also, and this is true, you can have friend groups and hang out with multiple people at the same time. We also just lost. It's roads closed. It's over. We lost the game. It's over. It's over. We lost the game. It is so Jover. It has never been more Jover than it is right now. It's over. It's over. The run is over. You don't have to... I mean, listen, I at least feel a little bit good because the people who, you know, the average viewer who's gonna stop watching in about 2 minutes, they already know the conclusion to the episode, so I don't feel very guilty. Like, you know, maybe the first 7 minutes of the episode were just me messing around in the whatchamacallit, wasting time doing some random anecdote, and then after that anecdote is over, they're like, oh, hell yeah, Hermit, let's go. Hermit should buy you at least, like, another minute of average watch time. I'm sorry, Hermit's that cool. If I saw Hermit randomly pop up in a YouTube video, I would watch that YouTube video for at least another minute, and that's true, and that's real. Ryuchi can reduce Doom, but, like, you know, I think we're gonna start doing some all-perk runs, by the way. I feel like it's time to do some all-perk runs, just as, like, a little treat, you know what I mean? Is this area doomed? No, it's not. Well, actually, it might be, because this is an enemy encounter, right? Oh, crap. You son of a gun. I mean, these aren't good, but we don't need to level knowledge anymore, right? So it's just charisma and dexterity, which I don't care about. So I guess we'll just try to rely on the fact that, yeah, we're gonna eat shit in the lighthouse, but we will have Daddy's Girl healing us passively throughout the run, so I think that's generally okay. Now, we could shoot here. It's bad if... No, wait, we don't want to... I think we want to run away no matter what, because the Spiral Hoodie being +2/+2, yeah, that helps us out with the Lighthouse, but Daddy's Girl is gonna... Unless something goes horribly wrong, the +8 healing from Daddy's Girl is probably going to be good enough that we don't care that we're losing 3 stamina in the Lighthouse. Like, I think that's probably going to be fine enough. Now, with that being said, I am also going to, you know... Can we block? Like, I wonder... Like, our strength's really good. Goes down to 11, but we can't do that, so yeah, sorry. Like, I mean... Yeah, no. We just gotta take the damage, that's fine. Which Daddy's Girl helps mitigate. Like, the fact that we're running Daddy's Girl so early is, like, we can take bad fights. Because it's bad stamina fights, specifically. What does Raiko do again? Raiko? I don't know what she does. Is this WoW Wiki time? I think this might be a WoW Wiki moment. I've paid my dues in this game, okay? I've been in the WoW mines longer than you have. Completing mysteries grants 1 fund. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, listen, we have 1 town mystery, and this is the only other mystery we can shop in, and I didn't shop in this mystery at all. Well, actually, I did, technically, because I bought somebody a Rubik's Cube. But, you know, I didn't help him solve it. Aw, crap. Is this, should go up to 16? Okay, so it's not doomed. So we'll just take the doom there. Like, the reason why it's doing +2% doom every investigation is because, what the hell is wrong with you? What the absolute hell is wrong with you? Please let me out. I don't want 5% doom for no reason. We're never taking the Spiral Hoodie. We're playing Moriko. Please, we're not taking the Spiral Hoodie. You'd need to put so much into perception to make the Spiral Hoodie good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is it worth it? Like, is it worth it still? We take 6% Doom for an item that's still really good. Like, here's the thing. If we get a flashlight and art knowledge... Oh, God, I'm doing it, aren't I? Because it's 6% Doom for this. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You do. especially with how we're at right now in the early phase. Like, yeah, we can get... That doesn't affect the damage of here, though. We can go cure that in the next mystery. That's fine. And also, what we can do is go ahead and hit me up with a meditation. So we go up to 7-4, and then go ahead and dab on him with the priest. If we play our cards right in the town mystery, which we have to do now... Actually, no, we don't, because we can get the torn muscle taken care of at Worrying Ward. Would you look at that? Strategy. Now, I am actually a little bit nervous because we want Ghostly... But, like, we want Ghostly Spear. We don't want to forget Ghostly Spear. The stuffed toy is useless, by the way. I don't really care about this at all. Like, I'm gonna keep it because, like, you never know. But I'm not really thinking of it, like, if Torn Muscle was a curse, I would be like, oh, hell yeah, we gotta do Worrying Ward. You gotta do Worrying Ward. If you want to, you can shoot the boss, but... We're not gonna worry about that right now. Do I want Jar of Blood? Honestly, if we're gonna fight the boss, let me do something like this, okay? Let me do something like this. Like, yes, we have the medical kit, but I like doing this more, I think. I still think that's the better... I don't know, actually. It might be Rancid. Like, I didn't forget about the medical kit. I totally 100% forgot about the medical kit. You son of a... I almost want to rest. I almost want to rest, man, but can we lose some stamina first? Oh, hell yeah, never mind. Father Yasugi, he's making his trip to the hospital because he's just such a good guy. He likes to visit the sick people at the hospital to, you know, help them pray, to make them feel better, to tell them God is with them. He's such a bro. He's such a homie. Man walks into the hospital. Is this area doomed? I just realized that. We'll take a nap. Oh, it's not doomed! It's low threat level. I just saw that our doom was skyrocketing, and it's like so true, bestie. Oh, yo, anatomy horror? What the hell? Yo, check this out. Whoa, ghostly spear be upon ye. Now, what the hell do we do here? Like, the bandage is not gonna do 2 damage, and I don't think that this is fast enough. No, none of this is fast enough. Do I want to throw another ghostly spear when we have so many boss fights on the horizon? No, not really. But, like, we can't really do anything else if we want to not take damage here. But alternatively, what if we just took damage here? Like, is it... No, wait, that's 4 damage. I would rather take 1 stamina damage than 4. Like, that's crazy. It is a little unfortunate that we don't have 8 knowledge, because that would help out a lot, but, yeah, no, like, we're gonna get our ass beat. Like, are we ever gonna be at 10 stamina again? Who the hell knows, brother? Who the hell knows, sister? You gotta just work on that, you know? Like, we are not gonna be at 10 stamina for most of this run. Oh my god. Oh no. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. God damn it. Okay. Well, no, I can't go down to 9 this early. I can't go down to 9 this early when we've got bosses on the horizon. I can't do that. It's time to cook. And by that, I mean we're using Ghostly Spear, because our Doom is kind of scaring me at this point. So this is 3, 4, 5. We're good. Cool. I hate this, by the way. Let's start using the gun. What the hell is happening? This is 80 million combat. How am I supposed to remember my second enemy in this? We fought like 4 enemies in the hospital alone, and we're gonna fight like 3 more. I mean, we're just gonna do this twice and hope for the best. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do. You miss once, you're gonna cry though. Oh my god, this has been the worst mystery of all time. Like 20% Doom. I mean, we can't get thrown out of the hospital. We don't want to. I mean, are we realistically ever coming back? No, Noisy Nails. We have Noisy Nails. You let her sleep. If this is even at like a low threat level, which I haven't been paying attention, you don't want to mess with anything here. Are we really just gonna do this? There's no way. I don't want to do this. It's 60. It's 60. It's 65. If we miss, God forbid, if we miss 2 of these, it's over. Like, we lose the run. So, like, do we just take 4 stamina and just be like, oh, but what if we can't prep the shot, like, next turn, you know what I mean? Oh, God. I mean, just do it, just do it. Just do it. We're gonna get 2 back, we're gonna get 2 back. Just do it, just do it, just do it. Okay, also, we didn't rest, so we got +1 from that. Would you mind actually giving me... Oh my god, time skip, that's a little scary. Would you mind actually giving me, like, a perk that's good? Like, I know that might be controversial, but, like, art knowledge, fast hands, anything, you know? Just any perk that, like, works from a perspective of anything ever. I mean, I guess we're gonna go into peculiar painting now? What if the mansion is doomed, right? What if the mansion is doomed? Doesn't really matter. I'm actually gonna do this first, because, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, it's pretty rancid. But we might be able to make something work. We might be able to make something work. And by that, I mean, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's so bad. It's so bad. Do we want to fight the boss? No, I don't want to fight the boss. Because we could just rush it, but like... No, no, no. We have Hermit. We have Hermit. She is 100% Herculean. Like, that's pretty based. That is, That's pretty awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god. Have we ever gotten a flashlight from a random event? Like that? That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not gonna put the spiral hoodie on until we get, like, whatchamacallit. You should stick together in this weird mansion. So true. Give me another flashlight, because we can at least throw that. We can at least throw the flashlight and use it for damage on the boss, you know? So I'm gonna feel pretty good about that. Do we have a curse that I care about? No, we don't have any curses. Now, that could change literally right now, but no, it's just gonna be more doom. You gotta rely on Hermit. You gotta believe in Hermit. She is her. Retreat from the room, I guess? I don't really care. That sucks. So, what I think we should do is, should we even use Hermit? Like, I don't, like... The boss does stamina damage. Oh, thank God we got deft handling. So give me deft handling, give me perception, and then give me the spiral hoodie. Does that actually work? Like, do I even want that? Like, I don't even know if I want that. Like, that's the thing. And do I even want to use Hermit here? Like, it's really good. She's really strong, and we have the health to do it. And we haven't used the monument yet, so if we have to, like, rest monument, we can do that, like, twice. I think, like, we're never going to the mansion again, right? Noisy Nails is, like, apartment hospital downtown, so yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Now, if we got the same Hermit event twice in a row, that would be pretty messed up, but, like, you know... Okay, could you also not, like, immediately give me a sanity cadaver and make me regret my decision immediately? Oh, jeez. Pick up a book. A good book could change your life. So true. I don't even know why I have the Kurikosa mask. Like, what on earth is happening here? Huh? Oh, wait. Oh my god, that was library notes! Oh my god, I'm so stupid! Okay, hold on. We rest. And then we go to the monument, and it's stamina. Oh, hell yeah. And then we rest. And then we ignore that we ever had Hermit, and then we apologize greatly to ourselves. Sure, you can just rip my fingernail off, that's fine. I don't need it anyways. Sure. Just because. That actually worked, by the way. And -3 Doom for -2 stamina is technically value. Yeah, alert the woman, that's fine. Because you can rest for 3 Doom. And that gives you Oh, hell yeah. Memory extract for free? No way. I mean, memory extract. It's like that comic with the two gamers, and it's like, what is your thoughts on memory extract being free? And then the guy's like, as far as I'm concerned, memory extract is always free. My smile and optimism is gone immediately. This is like the worst thing. Even with all of this power, I'm still upset. I almost want to hit her with the ghostly spear. Like, if she goes down to 13, what do we do with that, right? Because the problem is that we can't kill both of them in one turn. We would have to use ghostly spear like twice. and even then, it's like not great. So I don't know. I mean, we only are taking one source of damage from the lighthouse. So what if we no way, man. We take 2 and 1? No way, man. No way, man. I mean... Let me just think about this. Oh no, we're 1 off? We're 1 off lethal? That's so bad. Alright, go gadget spiral hoodie. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Okay, no. Go gadget bandage. There we go. There we go. It works. It just works. Don't even... Oh my god. It's Joe over? That was the last fight. There's been so much fighting in this goddamn game. There's been so much goddamn combat here. It's actually unreal. We block, and then we kill him. We kill him, chat. We kill him. Alright, desperation. This is gonna do 8, and then this is gonna do 12. So you know what that means. It's the number 20. After a brief interrogation, a young woman with a shotgun in a hospital who just beat a man to death is let go by the police. Also, I completely forgot about it because I'm dumb. But we're trying to coin a new WoH-ism, a new phrase, and it is basically, I might need to explain the lore for some of you who don't know, but basically, Funky Fresh, friend of the show, they they would talk about the meta of this game a lot, and they would talk about it in the official WoW Discord, and it became like this bit where they would talk about, like, a new player would ask for advice, they would give the new player advice, and then Panstash would respond to Funky and be like, okay, that thing that you just gave the new player advice for is now going to be worse in the next patch. And then it got to the point where, like, Funky would just randomly start typing in our Discord, like the public Discord that you can find the link to pretty easily, and they would just say, like, they would just say they're getting flamed in the WoW Discord again, and then they would post, like, screenshots, and it's like, oh no, and you just see, like, I really wish somebody was keeping track, like, of a comprehensive list, because you can tie several of the nerfs and changes to this game directly to Panstash and Funky talking with each other in, like, the WoD General or whatever. And so, I think it was Okumaku Tree, and I'll verify this real quick, because credit where it's due. Okumaku Tree was like, I was paying for I died to an untelegraphed, like, super attack, where normally the older content in the game, and I love how scrimblow this game is, like, how we can say that, like, older content has different design philosophies than newer content, but it all coexists in the same game, so nothing is consistent because its consistency is based on when it was added to the game, which is so funny. But like the early content that was added to the game, the super attacks all have telegraphs where it's like, you know, the janitor, the mad janitor, is winding up his axe, and if you don't block, you're gonna take like double damage, right? Something like that. But apparently, all of the new bosses that were added in the 1.0 update have untelegraphed super attacks. And Okumaku Tree coined it as, I was paying the funky tax. And I think that is one of the best WoW-isms that anybody could ever come up with, and I absolutely love it. And we love funky. I think it's such a, it's such a silly thing that you can directly tie, like, actual gameplay changes to one person talking about how the game works and how the meta works in a Discord channel that the developer had access to. I think it's so funny. And it honestly, like, I've drawn comparisons to Final Fantasy XIV and most recently League of Legends, but it really does feel like a rioter having somebody shit-talk them, and then they go play the champion, and then they're like, they make a change. Because, like, I remember that happened, like, once, right? Like, I vaguely remember, like, some main, like, flamed a rioter, and then that rioter played their main and was like, oh, okay, yeah, something needs to change here. It's just such a silly situation where it's just, like, one person just sort of going into the weeds and being like, hey, this is a good item, and then Panstash being, not anymore. And then I remember the Ayaka thing, where people were talking about how good Ayaka was, and then Panstash came in and was like, Ayaka is getting nerfed, enjoy her while you can. And it was like that we were on such cope. And then Ayaka had like the weakest nerf known to man that like you didn't even notice half the time, and then Ayaka's values got changed in 1.0, and instead of scaling attack speed a lot and damage a little bit, she scales damage a lot and attack speed a little bit, which doesn't really matter because she's still vastly doing more DPS than anything in the game can survive. So it's just it's so funny. It's so funny. We're gonna take like what, -3, -2 or whatever. That's fine. That's okay. It genuinely is like WoW is one of the silliest things. Like World of Horror is such a silly game. And I genuinely love it because I just remember all this ridiculous shit that happened. Oh god. I don't know, Ribcage Woman? Yo, I got it right. Yeah, no, we like, this game is so, like, I don't want to say unserious because that sounds so rude and disrespectful. Because it's a game, like, it's a game, it's a decent game, it's worth the money. I'm not gonna say it's not worth the money. It absolutely is. I absolutely have no way to complain. Have you seen how many hours I put in this goddamn thing? The meme of me having 900 hours in this game is literally going to be true this year, right? And I'm only putting like 30 minutes every day, so it's gonna be a hot minute. But I've put 885 hours into this thing. Like, obviously, I can't complain about getting my money's worth or you not getting your money's worth. Like, you buy this game and you play, like, if you buy this game and you go through the process of unlocking all the content, which you should, because the game, this is the game's progression system, right? Like, when you unlock an achievement, you get more content. Now, sometimes the content is irrelevant, like the, I don't know, something that, I'm just looking for an example, which, you know, maybe doesn't, like, okay, I saw Bonesaw, and I was gonna say Bonesaw, but then I felt kind of like a dick, because I've used Bonesaw before, and so now I'm kind of going through it, and I'm looking through it, and it's making my point look really bad, that I haven't been able to find it. Also, spoiler alert there, in case you were paying attention to the achievements, you probably shouldn't look at that. There, hunting rifle. Aw, crap, that has a niche use, doesn't it? Has a hyper niche use now? Aw, crap. There we go, the flare gun. That's irrelevant. You don't use that for anything. That's a waste of money. That's bad. So there, I found one thing to prove my point. Listen, the items used to be significantly worse, okay? Like, hunting rifle used to be dog. Dog treats are also not that good. I think you're kind of trolling if you get dog treats, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, you get more content that, admittedly, most of this stuff, and that's actually rude. I'm not going to say most of this stuff. Some of this stuff is very niche to the point where it's like, how do I put it? It's very niche to the point where you're not going to interact with it most of the time, but it's still a thing that exists in runs, it's variety, it's worth having, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of good shit that gets unlocked by achievements. Yolgathag's pretty great, Zektast is pretty interesting, Elzal, the Misery Worm's pretty neat too, Blood Frenzy's a great status, Protective Carvings. I'm looking at the newer stuff right now. Fungal Growths is neat too. Yumiko's fun. Flooded Nails. These are all good. Like, there's been a lot of good additions to the game recently. And there's a lot of good content in the game that you need to unlock via achievements and achievement milestones, like these card packs or whatever. It's very funny that they're still called card packs, because I don't really associate this game with cards anymore. I think my biggest complaint about the game would probably just be the fact that I am not going to pretend I'm technical enough to know exactly what it is, but people who were modding the game during early access, there was like a change in how the game was compiled, where, maybe not compiled, again, speaking out of my ass here, but there was some change that was made that prevented people from being able to, like, actually mod the game. And so the only way to modify the game is through, like, the modding tools that the community's created, or by, like, manually making, like, .ito files or whatever. Like, there are mod creation tools that generate and format .ito files for you correctly, or you could do it manually by hand, right? But the thing is, there used to be ways to, like, actually modify the game. Like, change it. Like, for instance, there was I wasn't ever allowed to show it, because it was kind of like a taboo thing in the WoH community at the time. But there were a couple of modders who would update the game and fix all the bugs, like, during, like, content droughts, when we were waiting for the next patch. Like, there were people who would just... And we interviewed one of them. We did. That's an episode. That's a real episode. We interviewed one of them. Honestly, I would like to do something like that again. Just to sort of get, like, what the state of it is, like an update on what the state of it is. Because I'm pretty sure it's still bad, like, it's still rancid. Because, like, somebody gave me a file that was, like, an update for World of Horror. It wasn't, like, a piracy thing at all. It was literally just, like, an update. So I downloaded it, and then I put it in the World of Horror game files. And it was essentially, like, back when the game was really, really broken, and it was sitting that way for, like, several months, like, that version of the game, like, most of the bugs were fixed. Actually, I think all the bugs were... No, most of the bugs were fixed. There were still, like, a couple of skrunkly bugs. But, like, most of the bugs were fixed. Some of the most egregious ones, like, I remember... This is how you know you're a WoW old head, is if you remember how it was literally impossible to win with custom characters. Like, you literally couldn't do it. Somebody gave me an update to the game that they made that allowed you to win with custom characters, and I played it, and I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. But I could never show it, because it was, like, taboo in the WoW community, so I could never talk about it. But Pastash said that after the game came out, he would sort of open the modding floodgates again. And so I really wonder whatever happened to that, because I would love to see, like, WoW overhaul mods, right? Like, I would love to see community balance patches. I would love to see, like, community, like, gameplay changes or gameplay overhauls, because I think that there are a lot of people, and by a lot of people I mean like 10 plus, maybe like 20 plus people who are really passionate who would make like overhauls for this game. Because I've spoken to a couple of them. They really want to go crazy in this game. They really want to make like some like Bethesda, like Oblivion, Skyrim overhaul tier mods, but for WoW. And just kind of want to go nuts, you know? I wish they could, because that would be so fun. Like, I would absolutely love to, and also, I also wish that a modder could make seeds work. That would be great. That would make the... If a modder could make a version of the game where seeds worked and you could sync RNG and runs and mysteries with other people by sharing the seed, oh my god. It would be a new era. It would be a new goddamn era. You have no idea how much I would love to do that. Oh man. It makes me sad every single time I remember that seeds don't work in this game. Like, they work in the sense that they're Easter egg codes. And so you can type in, like, rainy, and then it will be raining outside your apartment building or some shit like that. But, like, every other roguelike game in existence, man, they all... I'm on copium. I'm on cope. But, like, every other roguelike in existence, what a seed means is, like, it's the RNG generation for your seed, right? Like, it is the numbers that generate how your RNG is handled in that run, right? And if you could sync that between people, and I could run, like, WoW races or, like, WoW challenges or whatever, oh my god. It would be a new era. It would be a new goddamn era. There's so much potential for modders to be able to, like, do things to this game. I really hope the floodgates get opened. I really hope the floodgates get opened someday. Because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the amount of time that I spent in this game, I don't really feel comfortable to, like, ask for more from Panstash specifically. But the thing that I do feel, like, because I would just sound like an entitled asshole, right? Because I've played this game for 885 hours. I haven't done that for, like, 99% of the games that I own, right? The only games that I played more than this, like Mass Effect 2, Dragon Age Origins, maybe the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, because that shit was based as fuck, like Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, Black Ops 1 multiplayer, oh god, what are the other ones? Like, I mean, obviously Final Fantasy 14, but, like, I didn't even play Depth or TF2 more than this game, right? Like, I didn't even play Dota 2 more than this game. I played League of Legends more than this game, for sure. But, like, Dota 2, I only sunk about 660 hours into, which is rookie numbers. Anyways, I'm gonna go on the copium forever. Stay safe out there, have a good one. But I'll end it with this. I do at least wish that, if there's one thing that I could ask of Panstash, if there's one thing that I could ask of Panstash that I personally feel does not sound too entitled, is open up the floodgates again. Because the problem is, right, like, older versions of WoW that people have archived, people can mod those. But obviously you can't share that, because that would actually be privacy? That would actually be piracy. So, like, I would really love for, like, 1.0 of World of Horror, like 1.01 of World of Horror, where you could just, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could just, like, the modding floodgates were opened up again, and people could go nuts. I think that would be great. Like, I don't know how feasible that is from, like, development perspective, or if it's even worth it, but, like, oh my god. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But, anyways, we're gonna do some all perks runs in the future, and that's probably gonna be the plan for the immediate future for as far as WoW is concerned. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye.